Welcome back to Pre-Algebra Chapter 4, Section 5 in this book. We're going to learn about some of the rules of exponents today. So first you need to remember what an exponent is. Here I have 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 and 2 are the same thing. So I can write it 2 to the exponent of 2, and that is the same thing. So everybody on your calculator, I want you to find how to do an exponent. I want you, on this calculator, there's 2 ways to do this one, but I'll show you just the basic way. You put 2 down to be the base. There's an up arrow right here that you go up, and then you write the exponent, and it will put it right up top, and then you hit enter, and it says 4. So what that means is, it means 2 times 2. And if it was 2 to the 3rd power, it'd be 2 times 2 times 2. If it was 2 to the 4th power, it'd be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now notice, 2 to the 3rd power is not 6. 2 to the 3rd power is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Not 6. 8. Got it? It's 2 3 times. Okay? So try it now. If you had negative 2 times negative 2, that's positive 4, because 2 negatives make a positive. So negative 2 squared is 4. But if you put it in your calculator, that is not what it says. If you put in your calculator negative 2 squared, it will say negative 4. And the problem is this calculator doesn't know if you're saying that you want negative 2 squared, or if you want 2 squared times an understood negative 1. So when I was a kid, way back in the 80s doing this, the answer to negative 2 squared was positive 4, but now this is something they've changed in math just because of the calculators. Now for it to be positive 4, they'll say negative 2 squared is negative 4 because they're saying that this is understood negative 1 times 2 squared. So now what you do is you put it in parentheses. So on your calculator, you will do beginning parentheses, which are right there. Negative 2, you get the negative off the bottom, 2. In parentheses, it's right there. And then square it, and it will give you the right answer of positive 4. So that was a little something different from back in the dark ages before we used these calculators. We used calculators. I'm not that old, but we didn't have these calculators. All right. So if you have something like this, a to the 3rd power times a to the 4th power, that's a letter, it means you've got 3 a's here times 4 a's there. So how many a's do we have all together? We have 7 a's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, how about this one? 10 to the 12th power times 10 to the 27th power. Just like we just added these up, we just add them up. And it's 10 to the 39th power. Okay, let's try this one. 4 to the 3rd power times 4 to the 2nd power. Well, we add them up. 3 plus 2 is 5. How about this one? X to the 6th power times x to the 9th power. Well, 6 and 9 is 15. What about that one? Well, first, this 5 and 3 are not the same. So we just multiply those. 3 times 5 is 15, but the x's are the same. I have 1 x here and 5 there, all together making I have 6 x's. Not terrible, right? I think it's kind of fun, but I think this is even more fun, dividing. Because this goes back to what I showed you in the last tape. If you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch it first. But it's, if you have the same thing on top and on bottom of a fraction in the numerator and denominator, you get to cancel it out. And to me, there's something deeply satisfying about getting to mark out math. It's like popping bubble wrap. It's just fun. I can't tell you why. It just is. Okay, so I have 8 6's on top and 5 on bottom. So 5 of these can cancel out. So these 5 on bottom can mark out 5 of these on top. And that's leaving 3. So the answer is 6 to the third power. Now, your book teaches it as subtracting. 8 minus 5 is 3. It works fine when it's that way, but sometimes you've got more of them on the bottom than the top. And then the kids get confused. So I think it's much faster and better to look at it as canceling out. Once you get used to it, you'll be a breeze at it. These problems, the hard ones, will be on the SAT and the ACT and those college entrance exams. So this is important for you to understand, by then at least. Okay, so I have 6 7s on top, 2 on bottom. Those 2 on bottom will cancel out 2 of those, leaving 4, so we're left with 7 to the 4th power. What about that one? Well, our numbers here, 4 is made out of 2 times 2, and 10 is made out of 2 times 5. So I have a 2 on the top and on the bottom that can cancel out. The x's, I have 2 on the bottom and 8 on top. These 2 can cancel out 2 of those, leaving 6. So what do I have left? I've got that 2, x to the 6th power, and on bottom I have just a 5. And that's the answer. It's easy and fun. Okay, let's try this one. 6 is made out of 2 times 3. So these 3's cancel out. With the m's, these 3 on bottom can cancel out 2 of those and 1 of those. So now what I've got left is m to the 4th power and a 2 on the bottom. And you know, there's an if this was gone, it would be understood 1 on top, but since not everything's gone, we can leave it off. We can leave it understood and feel all cool with our understood 1. All right? This, if it seems overwhelming, don't worry about it. You're going to get better with it with practice. This is never going away. As long as you do math and science, you will be doing exponents. And just like riding a bike, the more you do it, the easier it gets, and it'll end up being fun. And in Algebra 2, you get to learn really cool stuff, like when the exponents are fractions and stuff like that. See, there's more math to look forward to learning. All right, math is great. See you next time.